Good morning. So yesterday night, while we're preparing for school, because school resumed today, some schools in Nigeria resumed today. So yesterday night, while we're preparing for school, so that we'll not have to run late today, my son quickly went and met his daddy and said, "Daddy, I don't want to go to school tomorrow." And immediately we brought him closer to us and we began to question him. We began to ask him, "Why don't you want to go to school tomorrow?" He said that he's just nervous. He's just too nervous of going back to school tomorrow. And we started by telling him the importance why he should go to school. Not for our own benefit, for his own benefit, for his own good. We started telling him not because we want him to go to school, because the importance of him going to school for himself, not for us. So after trying to convince him and tell him everything, he reluctantly accepted. So this morning, while we started preparing, while I was in the kitchen preparing their lunch, my daughter quickly came to me. She started crying. And I asked her, "What is the problem? Why are you crying, sweetie?" And she said, "Mommy, I don't want to go to school." I said, "Wow, you mean you don't want to go to school?" She said, "Yes." I didn't want to ask her why, because I know why. They have been staying in the house. And I told her, "Okay, come, let me carry you." I quickly carried her. I didn't scold her because I don't believe in that. Yes, I do scold them, but there are times that you don't scold a child. So what I did was I carried her and I began to think, what exactly am I going to do now to be able to convince my daughter? Not just to convince her why she's still in a bad mood, but to be able to convince her so that her mood will change and she will freely, happily accept to go to school today. So while I was just thinking it, I just remembered that one of their favorite songs was "Praise the Lord, oh my soul." So I quickly started playing the music for them. Immediately I started playing the music for them. The environment changed, like the atmosphere of the house changed. My daughter that was shedding tears started dancing. She started dancing and dancing and dancing. I started dancing with her. Before you know it, she told me that mommy, she wants to bathe, that David is almost ready, that she wants to go bathe so that she can dress up. I was like, wow, it's working. So I quickly went and bathed her. She came out, dressed her for school. Before you know it, everything was ready. And they, they danced their way to the school. They danced and danced till they get to the school. And I was so happy. They didn't just go to school, they didn't just accept going to school, but this time it was on a very good mood. It was on a very good mood. So you see, sometimes we as parents, there is need for us to think, if this child say this or if this child is doing this, what exactly will I do to be able to help this child to change the mood of this child? It's not always all about scolding, screaming, beating, all those things. No, sometimes, not just sometimes, always there is need for us to think as parents, like, what exactly am I going to do in this situation so that it will not hurt you and it will not hurt the child. That was exactly the strategy that I used this morning to help my kids to go to school happily. And I think I decided to share it with other parents because I know that school has resumed. I overheard some parents saying that in the morning like this, it used to be serious fights. They will shout and hit. Some of them will even hit the children. To me, it's not advisable because if a child cries while before going to school, definitely that child will not be in a very good mood in the school all through the day. So I want to encourage parents, instead of us fighting, running around with our kids, because I've heard some parents said a lot of things, what they used to go through early in the morning when they are preparing for school, that some of them they used to beat the children. Instead of beating the children, I will encourage them to play music. Let's just try this strategy because I tried it now and it worked. It's not just now, it has been working for me. It has been working. That's exactly what I've been doing. We watch one of our YouTube, one of our reels, our Facebook reels. We will see us dancing in uniform. Okay, you see us dancing. So I want to encourage parents to grab this strategy. In the morning, just start playing them music that they will be dancing. And you see anything you ask them to do, they'll do it. Because what? The music is going to change the atmosphere, and it will also change their mood to a happy mood. And they will accept anything you ask them to do. Thank you very much. And do have a wonderful day.